everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. I'm your host Super Jungle, and today I'm going to be doing a video, and that's going to be a Call of Duty Black Ops 3 weapon guide. And today I'm going to be talking about the PHARO submachine gun. So guys, if you actually want to know what I'm going to be doing in this video, I'm actually going to be going over the stats as well as the created class and how you should really play with the PHARO submachine gun. As well as guys, if you would actually like to check out other videos that I made on previous guns in Black Ops 3, they will be linked down in the description, and there's going to be a playlist so that way you can watch all the ones that I made previously on guns like the KN-44, the HVK, the Kudo, whatever gun you really want to find out, I will have that in a playlist. So yeah, if you'd like to check it out. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going over the stats of the PHARO machine gun. So the in-game description of the PHARO, and that's going to be a 4-round burst submachine gun, reliable damage and accuracy, cycles burst automatically by holding the trigger, which means that it's actually an auto burst. It's kind of like the XR2, where if you actually hold down the trigger, it will actually auto burst for you. There are a lot of the guns that are actually burst fire weapons in Black Ops 3 are actually auto bursts, such as the XR2, the PHARO, of course, the 48 Dredge, and I would say that probably most of the burst fire weapons in Black Ops 3 are actually auto bursts. And it's kind of unfortunate, this is just kind of a side note, but it's kind of unfortunate that Infinite Warfare actually does not have the auto burst capability, because it was really useful in Black Ops 3. But yeah, let's actually get into the stats of the PHARO, and that's going to be the damage profile. It's going to be 35 damage up close, dropping off to 19 damage at a distance. Weapon class is of course a submachine gun. Magazine size is 40 rounds and 56 with extended mag. It is unlocked at level 31 in multiplayer. Starting ammunition is 40 rounds and 120 in reserve. Maximum ammunition is 40 rounds and 320 in reserve. Reload time is 3.1 seconds loaded, 2.4 seconds empties, and 1.4 seconds fast. Rate of fire is 909 RPM. However, if you take into consideration that it's a burst fire weapon, you're only going to be getting about 659 RPM overall. Recoil is pretty low, wall penetration is medium, and fire mode is 4-round bursts. So overall, the stats of the PHARO are pretty good. The damage is actually really good for a submachine gun. However, it's usual for submachine guns for like the damage to drop off, and this is exactly the same way with the PHARO. And overall, the PHARO is actually pretty good. So now I'm going to be moving over into my created class, and that's going to be on your screen right now. And as you can see, I have the PHARO submachine gun with the ELO sight, long barrel, and rapid fire. Now, if you actually want to know why I chose these attachments, and that's just because the ELO sight is really good because the iron sights can be kind of blocky. They're pretty big. Like if you actually were to look down the sights of the PHARO, the iron sights are pretty blocky, and I noticed with the ELO sights you can actually get some guys at really long range. Long barrel is really useful because I noticed that if you're playing like core, people at longer range, you'll notice that the damage kind of drops off for them, so long barrel does really help it out. Rapid fire is really useful for the PHARO because since it's a 4-round burst submachine gun, as well as the fire rate is pretty high. However, just to get a little bit higher, I noticed that the rapid fire is actually really useful on it. A lot of people actually end up putting grips on the PHARO. However, I don't really notice that I need it too often. However, if you would like to, you can always slap on like fat mags, extended mags, or a grip on it if that's just something that you really like. Lethal, I have the C4, and that's just because I noticed that the C4 is really useful, and you can really use it strategically because like sometimes you can just throw it down, and then if let's say a person walks by, it'll say like C4 activate, and there's a person nearby, so you can just blow it up. And you will notice that in the gameplay in the background, you can actually see that I utilize the C4 pretty well. As well as just to note about the gameplay in the background, I'm actually using the PHARO, and I'm using it on Nuketown, and I almost choke a nuclear. Like I get 20 gun streak. Like here you go, here's a little screenshot. As you can see, I got a 20 gun streak. However, it kind of sucks. I really would have been neat if I actually got like a brittle or a nuclear possibly. However, yeah, I think the gameplay in the background is pretty good. Now I'm going to be moving on to the perks, and I have Flak Jacket and Ghost. That's just because these are really the best perk ones in Black Ops 3. As well as we have Fast Hands because it's really good to actually get your iron sights up and be ready to actually fire. And then we move on to perk 3, and that's going to be Tac Mask. And Tac Mask is really useful because people, they like to throw stuns a lot, and it's really useful if you're not going to be affected by that. And Tac Mask as well as Flak Jacket are a really good pair, so that way that if a person throws a grenade at you and like some flashes, you don't have to worry about being like sitting there and like getting blown up or anything like that. So that's a really good pair. And overall, I think the PHARO is quite a good submachine gun. I know when it originally came out, a lot of people thought this this gun is not going to be that good. They thought it was going to be something like the Chicom CQB, if you remember that gun for Black Ops 2. But then people actually really started to like it because they realized this thing is an amazing gun. Then it got a couple nerfs, and now it's not as good as it was maybe in like December 2015. However, it still is a really good gun, and if you really want to check it out in maybe like hardcore, that would be really good too. Also, I just want to say, and as I got this inspiration for this video from another YouTuber, his name is Pulsar, and he actually used this in hardcore and he made a video on it, and he was using the PHARO. If you would like to check out that video, it will be linked down in the description. And I thought the idea, hey, the PHARO is actually a pretty nice gun, so let's throw together a creative class on it. And yeah, I've been talking for about 6 minutes now. If you would like to check out the video that Pulsar made, as well as if you would like to check out any previous weapon guides videos here in Black Ops 3, they'll be linked down in the description to a playlist. So yeah, that has really been it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please remember to leave a like, as well as subscribe if you are new, and don't forget to click the bell to get a notification every single time I upload a new video. So that has really been it for this video. I hope to see you in the next one.